Yo, 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 everybody. Welcome to yet another episode of the Madness Estate and a brand new character showcase for the Tiny Justice. Everyone say hello to Charlotta from Grand Blue Fantasy. She is in the most recent RPG that Cygames put out, and she's also in the Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, which is a fighting game. Now, what's interesting about her is she's a dancing support slash debuffer, and she's something of a bit of a lunge bot as well. And what's really fun about her is whenever she uses any of her skills, she generates a resource called crowns 1, 2, and 3. Whenever her last 3 skills here get amplified depending on how many crowns get used. So to start off this quick little showcase, I'm going to go through your skills and kind of read them back to you, essentially. So first up on the list is her basic skill called low lunge and up slice. This is technically 2 attacks for the price of 1. Whenever she uses low lunge, this alternates into up slice, and then when she uses up slice, this goes back to low lunge. This is accomplished by doing a mode swap, basically. Something kind of like what Abomination has, which Abomination, by the way, is the sole reason why a lot of the more complicated mod classes exist. Is because of transformation that implemented a sort of coding trick that many classes use. A lot of classes that have any sort of mode swap are secretly an Abomination offshoot in disguise. Just saying, a little food for thought. But anyways, back to the topic at hand. Low lunge and up slice is 110 accuracy minus 15% damage modifier. With her modest 8 to 14, that's not a bad damage spread at all. Or that's not a bad negative damage modifier at all. So she's hitting pretty modestly well. She has a pretty decent 10% crit modifier and 25% armor piercing. So by itself, this is a really good skill, especially with that 35% conditional bonus against size 2+. So again, this is a very solid skill. Now low lunge hits the target and makes them take 20% more damage received. This is also a indirect buff to any damage over time effects or any effects that the enemy would take. So this is not just affecting direct damage, but this is affecting damage over time, and I think this also affects effect damage and any damage reflection. Don't quote me on that, I'm just assuming, but I know 100% sure this will affect damage over time effects. Now it says damage taken. I think this is a custom tooltip, so it should be like damage received or something like that. But anyways, and then up slice is basically an intimidate in disguise. Minus 33% damage. The enemy does like almost a third less damage to you in return, or 30% less basically, not a third. But pretty good skill. This only hits the front 2 enemies, so it's not like reaching rank 3 or anything like that, but you're hitting them fairly hard and doing a pretty sizable debuff. Both debuffs are very good to have. Now her second skill is Wild Slash. This is kind of like a hue on crack. Reason why I say that, 105 accuracy minus 50% damage modifier, which is pretty respectable given how much damage you can already put out. Debuff the target minus 15% accuracy and minus 15% crit. Fan-freaking-tastic. Just those 2 skills alone, this is great for stalling. This is hue on crack. It really is a fantastic ability here. Next we have Shield Bash. This is her forward 1 stun. 110 accuracy minus 70% damage modifier, 10% crit, stun of 140%, and you're debuffing their speed. Really solid all around. There's no reason not to run this if you need a stunning character in your team. This is fantastic. It can be used in positions 1, 2, and 3. It's just really good overall. Fantastic skill. It might be a little bit too strong with that massive crit multiplier. Or not multiplier, but crit addition. Anyways, Next, we have Holy Ladder. This is her one skill that can allow her to move back. This hits enemies position 2, 3, and 4. 115% accuracy, minus 50% damage modifier, plus 4% crit, bypass, and de-stealth. So bypass, stealth, and de-stealth, which is nice. Another neat little interaction this has is this allows her to kind of be a pseudo stress healer and gives a little bit of torch. But the real reason you would use this is to set up for her next skill, Shining Onslaught. Shining Onslaught can only be used in positions 3 and 4. It's a forward 2, hits enemies 1, 2, or 3. 110 accuracy, 10% damage modifier. But if you've been using her skills prior, if she has 2 crowns, this now ignores guard and has 90% armor piercing. And if she has 3 crowns, it is 100% damage and another 10% crit on top of the armor piercing and ignore guard. She is a lunge bot in disguise. This is her most powerful attack. You should be building around this at all times. But if for some reason you don't want to be lunge botting and you don't really want to dance too much, she has 2 other skills to make use of her crowns. She has Connick's Child, which is a party guard. Okay, let me slow down a little bit because this one's a little bit more nuanced to explain. So, guard party, activate riposte. She takes 50% less damage while her riposte is active. On the riposte, she clears the riposte and guard on herself. So, when she herself or anyone else that is being targeted by the enemy gets hit, she activates the riposte and clears both the riposte and the guard. So it's a party guard that only acts once. So it's not as broken as like Legion and stuff like that. It only goes off once. But it generates a crown and moves her back. At the same time, on 2 crowns, the damage reflection is 100% damage. It's 100% damage reflection, which kind of is at odds with the minus 50% damage taken when the riposte is active, but that's just a minor nitpick. But when she has 3 crowns active, she debuffs the target minus 30 dodge and plus 30% crits received. So this is a great little emergency button to press when you need to guard someone or to kind of help position her back, and then you hit them with Onslaught or Shining Onslaught, stuff like that. Now, I don't believe that the riposte consumes the crown. I think the riposte only generates crowns. I might be wrong on that. I need to test it more, but this is a pretty good little niche button to press once in a while. It's not bad. And then finally, we have her weird, not weird, but we have her support ability. This one's fine. 10 torch, buff party, 15 accuracy, minus 25% stress taken. 3 round cooldown, and the buffs last for 3 rounds. For 2 crowns, the ally in rank 1 gets a block. For 3 crowns, all heroes, if they're below 50% HP, heal 6 flat HP. Now, I feel 6 flat HP is a bit niche. I would mostly hit this for the crown 2 and the base buff, but it's not a bad effect for 3 crowns. I just feel like for 6 HP and conditional HP, threshold is a bit lacking, but she's got so much in her kit already. She really doesn't need this buffed. She has Shining Onslaught and Low Lunge Upslice. These 2 skills alone, plus her guard, or plus her stun, she's kitted out to be an amazing fighter, basically. But she's got some great potential, and she surprisingly fits in a lot of good teams. If you build and play around a Grave Robber in base vanilla Darkest Dungeon, you'll have no problem trying to fit her in. She's amazing. Just pretty much generate some crowns, sit on Shining Onslaught. If you need something dead, press Shining Onslaught. They're just fucking dead. Just gone, wiped off of the face of the planet. If you don't want to play around Shining Onslaught, you can play around her buffs or her party guard. Holy Ladder has some pretty decent sniping capabilities for position 4. It's not Iron Swan, but it's something. Her Shield Bash is pretty useful. It's a minus 4 speed, which is nothing to sneeze at, and it's a stun on top of that. Plus it reaches position 3, which a lot of priority targets you want to target in the beginning of a fight is in position 3 or 4. So this has good reach. If you need to stall out a fight, say you want to stall and heal a bit and you don't want the front 2 enemies like trying to wreck your face, you can use Wild Slash, reduce their chances to crit you and reduce their accuracy at the same time. And this is coded as a normal hit, so this doesn't count as a stalling skill. So skills like this is great for stalling for longer fights. I personally don't like stalling, but some people do. This is a tactic to keep in mind. I think another class, Messiah, has this general theme in mind as well for stalling longer fights. But low lunge up slice is a fantastic like bonk skill. I'm looking forward to seeing what Sharon does with the full class going forward, because this is an amazing class. I really, really love the Tiny Justice. I cannot stress how much I enjoyed playing with her, because that sounded wrong. I can't stress how much I really enjoyed just playing this class in its full potential. In this team in particular I used, Marauder and Silent kind of stole the show a little bit, but believe me when I say that Tiny Justice is really good. Even with modded enemies and stuff like that, modded content, she's very good. Now there's a couple aspects of her I think are a little bit strong. I think her stun is a bit powerful. I think the crit could be tuned back just a little bit. The damage modifier is fine, the accuracy is fine, but for it to be able to hit position 3 like that, then again, Bounty Hunter exists. This might be okay. I mean, Bounty Hunter does exist, so yeah, so I think it's fine. But that is a lot of crit. But yeah, Shining Onslaught. Press it and be wowed. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. It's not the most riveting commentary, and I didn't really get a lot of good footage in fights, and I kind of broke up some of the fights a little bit. Apologies for that, but I really hope this video does her a little bit of justice. Also, fair warning, there's a little bit of a spite addition I added in the very beginning. I was getting comments, or I was getting a comment from a viewer going, "Oh, you shouldn't use ribbons, they really take away from the character review experience." And I'm like, they're just town district buffs that disable vanilla district buffs. By that logic, I shouldn't use trinkets and quirks then. Like, you know, just saying. I'm just saying. So I loaded up the expedition with every ribbon I could think of. Anyways guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Oh my god, you should really stop using these dumbass ribbons with character reviews. They take away from it.
Recover these lost shipments of rarities, that we may prevent them from falling into even less scrupulous hands.
Problem. Alrighty, pardon me, I just wanted to amuse myself for a minute there. So, for this run, we have Charlotta in rank 1 with low lunge / up slice, holy ladder, shining onslaught, and Konak's child. We might be switching up some of her skills to kind of showcase some of her other effects. She has legendary bracer and faithful feather. Next up we have Ray the Marauder with pillage, concuss, plunder, and Oni's Bane, with Dismas Head and Mesmering Eye for a little bit of accuracy. You have Yuzu the Sibyl with her whole kit, running Petal Pouch and Protective Veil. Also Charlotta has Legendary Bracer and Faithful Feather. Basically some accuracy tax stuff. And then Reticent the Silent with her whole kit, with Hovering Kite and Ninja Scroll. So anyways, that's the team. Let's get right to it. Alright, we have Prot Hell to begin our first fight with. Shame for these guys, I have a bunch of dots and heavy hitting attacks. Okay, let's go ahead and start with Tools of the Trade and open up with a blight. go ahead and use catalyst here on you.
Devastating blow.
There we go. There we go. Alright, next up, I believe we can just use party guard. Go, get that riposte going. Alright, let's start throwing some kanabos. Bonk. There we are. Alright, Yuzu, let's go ahead and shift your alignment like so. And let's go ahead and give everyone Moonlight Embrace. There we go. Perfect. Bike shot, good. Bonk. There we go. You're going to be dead. Uh-huh. Not the most interesting fight to do this with, but hey. Now, what I like about Charlotta's party guard, it only activates for like one hit, but yeah, pretty neat. Okay, let's go ahead and shift alignment once again, and solar flare light everything here. Perfect. All right. Come on. Let's go ahead and use another one of these. There we go. I want to get her up to 2 crowns. And then we'll use Corpse Explosion on... no, Noxious Fumes. Actually, no. Let's swap. And scream at them. Perfect. Neat. Alright, there we go. Got shuffled around a little bit, but that's not too bad.
The weapon that cuts on its own.
Alright. Marauder, go bonk.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Gotta love blight bombs. You gotta love it. Okay. Booyah.
Precision and power.
Neat. Alright. Let's go ahead and finish this fight.
As the fiend falls,
There we go.
a faint hope blossoms.
Alright, here's our first relic for the quest. Let's go ahead. Let's shift our alignment once again. And make sure we get a little bit of accuracy and less crits received. There we go. More prot monsters, which is annoying. Alright, let's go ahead and low lunge this idiot. We did not land the debuff, unfortunately. Going to land Piercing Whale. Did not land on the 2 characters that wanted it to hit. Unfortunate. Alright, Anchorman doing whatever the Anchorman does. Haha, you missed, dumbass. Let's go ahead and give you a headache. Bonk. Perfect. Now, let's go ahead and do... We have up slice now. We could probably hit you with it. Alright. Let's go ahead... This will blight someone. Go ahead and hit you with it. There we go, and then we'll nuke you next turn. And swap tools of the trade. And do a little noxious fume. Just a little bit of noxious fume. A little fart gas. Eh. Did that stun? That stunned. Darn. Unfortunate. I was hoping you use Shining Onslaught next turn. Oh, we gotta take care of these urchins though. Alright. Bonk. Big slam. Lots of prot on these dudes. Lots of prot. Y'all know how I feel about prot. They need to go boom. 8 to 15. Don't mind if I do. And let's go ahead and make you go pop. Goes the weasel. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Bonk. Probably should have hit one of the urchins, but nah, whatever. This enemy mash really ain't that scary. Come on, Charlotta, we have to use your Shining Assault. Shining Onslaught. Okay. Let's go ahead and just do a little of this. He has 3 crowns too. This is going to do a lot of damage. So, what happens is, whenever she uses her skills, she generates a resource called crowns. You can see it here in the bottom left corner of her sprite. And certain skills do more damage depending on how many crowns she has. So, Shining Onslaught, her Party Guard, and Lumiel's Valor. But those are the 3 skills that change depending on how many crowns she has. So this now has armor piercing 90%, 10% crit, and 100% damage increased. So let's go ahead and delete a motherfucker from the face of the earth. Boom! Decimated. Like so. And that's all she wrote. Really fun class. I really do enjoy Charlotta quite a bit. Alright, on to the next fight. That, all those ribbons really ate into my inventory space, though. Okay, let's go and grab this, drop the journal. We don't need any of that. We got a trap here to disarm. No trap disarmers in our party. Let's go and use her. I like how she stands on a box. Alright, let's see if this is a fight. Nope, just free loot. Just free loot. I would focus on camping, but she doesn't have any camp skills right now. Okay. Yeah, sure. Alrighty, let's go ahead and grab that. Get a little bit more food. Go and drop that. Oh wait, why am I picking that up? We don't need all that. Who needs money? Yeah, we don't need money. Holy, totally don't need it. Yeah, we'll grab that and leave that. Oh yeah, get rid of that too. We don't need that. Okay, let's fight. Oh. Do I have to show this fight? Y'all know how it's going to end. Incoming blight bombs. There we go. Yeah. Big buff. Big super buffs. That's fine. Hey, look! A party or... Hey, look! A bypass and break guard! And can't be guarded. Man, Marauder is dumb. Oh, I got stunned. The one character that doesn't need to do anything. Okay, let's get this party started. Let's get those blights going, yeah? There you go. Alright.
Press this advantage.
Ooh, she's got a new sprite for that. Neat. Almost strike. Oh. Nah. That hurts. Bonk. Ha. Ha. Poor bastard. That's fine. She's rank agnostic anyway. Well, let's go ahead and swap. You still have noxious. Yeah, you still have noxious fumes active. Let's go ahead and neutralize. There we go. Get that buff going. Debuff. Oh, you're already dead. Cool. So anyway, as we were talking, let's go ahead and do this, and see you pop like a balloon. Bye. Yeah, we wouldn't want all this loot, right? Yeah. Okay. So now what? All right, where's this other curio quest? Let's go do this fight down here. A little bit of blight in the party. We can clear some of that off. Thank you, Yuzu, for the party-wide restoration. That's always nice to have. I really love the Sybil. Marvin Sale really cooked with this class. Swap the party around. Let's go ahead and change up some skills. Let's go ahead and show off the Valor when we get a chance. I need a proper fight to show her off. I have not found a proper fight. Hey, this will work. Okay, cool. We have a crab, octopus, and Tide Master. So, can the octopus even function there? Ah, who cares? Alright, let's get the party started. Let's go ahead. You know what? Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and do this. Yeah, perfect. Perfect, perfect. Piercing Whale. No, Tools of the Trade, and then Noxious. We're going to need all the blight. Perfect. Alright, let's go ahead and do low lunge on you. Land the debuff. Yay! And concuss. Aw, resisted the stun. That's fine. I'm way past that. Though, I guess Marauder can't bypass stealth, so I don't have way past that. Darn. That's fine. Let's go ahead and Piercing Whale now. Perfect. Alright, she has 2 crowns, so we have buff ally in rank 1. Let's go ahead and do this. Too bad we can't hit the crab back there. Alright, let's go ahead and make sure we don't take any crits. And get a little small heal going on there. And start beating stuff up with a giant Kanabo. Marauder, you're dumb. Marauder, you're so dumb. She's boring, but I can't deny she's strong. But very, very boring. Ooh, thank you. Free Shining Onslaught. Perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and swap again. Let's see. You want to use Catalyst.
Singular strike.
There we go, 15 damage. Perfect, perfect. Now let's go ahead and swap. There we are. And do a little this. There we go. There's a method to the madness. Trust. Trust me. There we go. You really can't do anything, so let's just do this. That's fine. There we go. Perfect. Now, go ahead and do this. and do this. Perfect. You? Whoosh. That did not do as much damage as I thought it was going to do. Oh well. Laser beam! There we are. Okay, let's go ahead and do, I don't know, low lunge.
The bigger the beast,
Finish him off.
the greater the glory.
I'll take those bandages and drop the rest. Alright, let's go ahead and use Skyfarer's lunge. Yeah! There we go. A little camp. Do a little camp-a-doodle-doo. There we go. Eat up all the food. Look at her camp sprite! Look at her camp sprite. She's awesome. Alrighty. A little bit of scout chance. Never hurt. We don't have a way to prevent nighttime ambush though. We got to bring someone for that. Okay. Let's go through Midnight Stroll. No. If not religious, 10% HP healing. Might work pretty well. Thinking. I don't know. Let's go and use Oni Blessing. Call Trips. And Accuracy. Yeah. That sounds good to me. Perfect. Unfettered Jealousy. Yeah, sure. Never be as cool as you. Sorry to tell you, Oni, but I'm pretty sure Silent is cooler than you. Nothing to fear.
The match is struck.
Well, let's do the rest of the dungeon. You know what? Let's go ahead and do this fight. Aw, only 3? Darn. Okay. That kind of hurt. Let's go ahead and do something like this.
A momentary abatement.
There we go. So many buffs. There we go. Holy ladder. I like that animation.
In Radiance,
It's skill sprite. It's really nice. Oh no, I got pulled. I'm not worried in the slightest of getting pulled. Piercing Whale might be decent here, but Neutralize, get rid of these guys' dodge. He's almost dead. In fact, if I can kill him, that would be nice. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Then I can just do a little om nom nom nom. Thank you. Oh no. What will I ever do? I'm not worried about the Yuzu in the slightest. Training onslaught. Bonk. Big hit. Big hit. Let's see. It's going to shift. And do a little fairy fire. Bonk. Just a little fairy fire. And stab. There we go. Hey, ninja scroll proc. And throw a Kanabo in its face. Perfect. Not a bad team. Take that, and I'll take the key.
So clearly in view.
Alright, on to the next fight. Hey, giant whelk, a cone snail. Cool. Nice seeing these things once in a while. Alrighty, let's go ahead and Holy Ladder and deny your stealth here. There we go. A nice normal fight too. I misplayed on a previous fight a little bit. Just by a little bit. But that's fine. The whole point is to kind of show off Charlotta. Let's see. Honestly, Less crits received would be nice. Deny their crits.
Beyond one's limits.
Alright, I'm not too worried about all their dodge. Yeah, I have 95 across the board. So, let's go ahead and swap. And will this? Okay, this will break his block. This thing transfers blight, if I'm understanding correctly. What would happen? No, it doesn't transfer blight. Transfer blight when eating. Let's see how you work. I barely see you to begin with. Go. Well, you just killed a stress stealer. I would like to get rid of that block. This is the great thing about the Mash Mixer. You see enemies you rarely get to fight in normal Darkest Dungeon. Well, normal modded Darkest Dungeon. Makes all enemies pretty much equal. Okay, since that did not land, go ahead and just stick to Tools of the Trade. Go ahead and backflip real quick. There we go. I feel like this is more of a showcase of the team than Charlotta. So I might focus on a different region for our Blaze Blue, or not Blaze Blue, Grand Blue Fantasy gal. Alright. Go and swap. There we are. Fairy Fire. Since you're a size 2, we can hit you with Solar Beam.
The path is clear.
Yep.
We require only the
And bonk. 80% prot. Gotta love it. That's gonna hurt. Go. Let's hit you with... Hit you with that. And you're pretty much dead. Perfect. Let's see how much we can make you pop like a balloon. Yeah?
The blood quickens.
Let's go ahead and, yeah, just do a little of that. No? Darn. We'd like to cure that blight I just got inflicted with, though. There you go, no more blight. Alright. Bonk. Okay. On to the next fight. Hold up. Where did this other firewood come from? I just got done. Whatever. Into the trash you go. Alright, we have another fight. Much more normal mash now. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Oh no, a little bit of stress. Okay. Let's go ahead and banish. You guys have high stun res. Let's not. And say we did. And do a little... this. Alright, what you gonna do there, Crimson Court Jellyfish? Stunned, gotcha. I gotcha. Bonk. I don't know, I think Marauder's just a little strong. just a little bit. You know? Bonk. She has a stun too. Aw, did not land. Didn't get blighted at least. I love Caltrips. Wild Slash. This one for other skills. Alrighty. Go and shift to our more battle form. There we go. Harry, fire! No stealth for you. Oh yeah? Don't stun me again, please. Thank you. Ooh, tempting. Corpse explosion on you. There we go. Perfect. Now we'll just do a little this. That's not gonna kill you outright. My next attack will though. Or next turn when you go. Let's see. Go ahead and swap. Do a solar beam.
As the light gains purchase,
Laser beam.
spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Nice. Wild slash.
The ground quakes.
Beautiful. Secret room. Secret room. Sharon's head. Oh wait. No money allowed. Got it. Alright, last leg of the quest. Hey, another crab. Sanguine. A crimson court jellyfish. And a snail. Alrighty, what to do here? Honestly, let's go and swap to moon. There we go. And let's go ahead and make sure we don't take as much crits, because crits suck. Let's see. Bonk? Question mark? Yay, we got bonk. Cool. Got noxious fumes. God, that's loud. Alright, what to do with you? You know what? Onibane. Let's reduce this jellyfish's chance to crit. Since that always really hurts. I might be crazy, but that thing seems to have a very high crit chance. That thing is not going to be critting us anytime soon. Not with our buff and minus 13% crit. Oh no, you pushed Marauder into the back. Whatever will she do? That's fine, lads. She is perfectly fine. Go ahead and banish you to the Shadow Realm. Did not land the Blight though. Ouch. Alright. Low lunge. Please land the debuff. Yeah. Perfect. Now, what's great about damage received, this applies to dots, by the way. So that's always fun. So let's go ahead and land a couple dots on them. And let's see the damage ramp up. Throw the Kanabo. Damn. Even that did not stun it. Ouch. Alright. A bit of blight on me. That's fine. Alrighty. And now we lower his damage. Now you're useless. Ha ha ha. Ow. It didn't land. Let's see, Fairy Fire, or do we transform? Yeah, let's transform. There we go. Fairy Fire. Bye. There we go. Now we take care of the rest of the fight. Right, you're just going to try to bleed me out, aren't you? That's fine. Come on. Come on. Corpse explosion. Delicious. Pinch. And miss. Alright, well, let's go ahead and finish up this fight. Goodbye, Mr. Oka. It was nice knowing yous. Should have probably cleared that bleed a little while ago, huh? Oh, wait, I should have Shining Onslaught. I'm stupid! Darn it. Whatever. Whatever. He dead now. Alright, we have another fight here. We have a Thrall, 2 Crimson Court Jellyfish, and an Octopus. Or Blagic Defender, basically. Alright. Let's go ahead and banish you to the back. and then we'll blow you up next turn. That's fine. Shocker. These things actually kind of suck. They do kind of hurt just a little bit. That did a lot of damage. But noxious fume, and then we'll use whale next turn. Go ahead, hit you with this. Okay, perfect. Alright, now what? Now they're gonna start bleeding me. These things suck. Damn. Low lunge. There we go. Gotta get rid of that thrall.
In a single strike.
Jello, please tell me you didn't make these things explode from the back. You made these things be able to explode from the back, didn't you? That would be pretty evil, actually. Let's find out. Alright. Going to swap here and whale. Need to land some blights. There we go. That's what I want to see. Bonk. It's one. Holy shit, you can explode from the back. Is that normal? Sun tells me that's not normal. Ah, son of a bitch. Turns out it is normal. I just haven't seen him explode from the back before. I always kill him before then. Oh well. Not that it really matters. I just had to look under the wiki. The Wikipedia. Alright, let's go and transform. Yep. And solar ray. Laser beam. You're fine. Alright, a little glass knife action. No, a little neutralize. There we go. Perfect. Got that proc off too. Alright. Oni Bane. No guard for you. What you gonna do, huh? Eh, didn't do much now, did ya? Right. You are going to be a pain in my ass, though. Nope. Turns out you won't be a pain in the ass. Alright, let's go and swap out of that into... I think this is what? Eclipse? And do a tiny little area of effect heal.
The wounds of war can be hidden,
there we go.
But never hidden.
Nice. Shield bash? No. Why can shield bash reach rank 3, honestly? But low lunge and upslice can't. Sage. That's fine. Not that it really limits her viability by any stretch. Goodbye. There we go. Guess we'll eat a corpse. Nom 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 nom. Bye. Alright, I'll take all the loot this time. And we're done with this quest. Yay. Alright, see you guys back in the hamlet. And ladies and gentlemen, that would be all for the showcase of Charlotta. Next up will be the Pilgrim in the next video. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe and all that YouTube jazz, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, and I'll see you when I see ya. Bye.